out walking my dogs. In fact, you see one coming by here. There's the other one there. It's absolutely beautiful where I live, Reno, Nevada. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do this year in the next 11 months while I'm working my way through my master's? What are my priorities going to be? What are my goals? What are my objectives? What am I going to get done? And what I want to do is, first of all, make sure we get through the master's, learn as much as possible, and more than just learning for business, but learning for self, learning for life, to understand better a lot of different things. Because the more you learn, the more you understand, and the more you reflect. I'm also a creative, so it seems to take me time to do just about anything because I ponder and I think. I study a lot, and then I put pencil and paper. Nowadays, it's my hands on the keyboard and start typing or writing or dictating even on my notes on my Apple. Everything I have is Apple. You'll see the Office. And go forward. So we have 11 courses left, and I'll do a little piece on those 11 courses that we'll be studying and what I expect to learn from those. And then I want to talk about goals briefly. So one of my issues is, after finishing cinematography, I really enjoyed it. I sort of had a little bit of a, pullback from not having to do it. I really miss it. I miss the projects and working and learning in cinematography. It's a very creative environment, learning script, how to write screenplays, how to work with lighting, everything, elements of the camera, the FX6, producing, directing, acting even, and talking to professors. They're wonderful professors. So I had a little pullback from that, and now I need to regenerate. The other thing, too, is the last 4 or 5 months, I'm a professional ski patroller, so in the wintertime I get very busy. And then I went right into helping my son and working for the Combat Veterans Group, both in Washington, D.C. and in San Diego, back and forth. So that took a ton of time, plus school. So I had a lot of late nights, staying up all night. And now, for the first time, we have summer break and I have a week off. And the master's probably is demanding, but not as demanding as cinematography. And my cycle goes as follows for the year. So from now until November or so, I'll have more time. I am going to a couple conventions. And I'm going to my class reunion at West Point and going to called ECAM workshop with a bunch of creative back in New Hampshire. That's going to take a little bit of time. But then I start ski season, and I'm a professional ski patroller. And I will go ahead and let me see if you can see the view. Can't really see how pretty it is right now, but the sun's about to go down. So I live, it's just a gorgeous valley. It really does, and the camera doesn't do it truth of what it is. So about 10 miles that way, the higher Sierras start. We're in the foothills here. Just about a mile that way, we've got mountains who are about 7,000 or 8,000 feet. And then just going 20 miles, 25 miles, we've got Truckee, and then we get up to Donner Ski Ranch and Sugar Bowl and Soda Springs. And those mountains go between 8,000 and 10,000 feet as they work their way back into Lake Tahoe. So I live in an absolutely gorgeous place. But anyway, going on, let me talk about goals. So my goals this year are to do my master's, learn as much as I can, and I've got like 5 projects. So I've been called a jack of all trades. So I really need to discipline myself at focusing what can be done and how much can really be done. And I've been trying to work on the National Association of Podcasters since 2017. And I've got the ability to set up the systems. I just need to study more. So my goal this year, by the time I get my master's, will have the National Association of Podcasters have a full-blown podcast, a working website with membership, and one event here in Reno, Nevada. And I do events, so that's the other thing. I do at least one event here with my little event company a month, and it works really well. We live stream it. We possibly have the governor coming in to speak out for dinner. That will be a fairly large event. But we do one event a month, and we have people coming in from outside to speak. So that happens every month. That has to be done. I'll get the National Association of Podcasters set up, and that'll just have one major event, and I'll get my class. But the second thing is I am working for the combat veterans. So the one positive is they all have commonalities. They all work together. They all fit. I just have to make sure that I don't try to do too much without bringing in more help. So to summarize, my main goal this year is, of course, to graduate my master's. And also, I'm still looking at some funding methods because my post-9/11 GI benefits do run out during the program. Second is to get the National Association of Podcasters up. And third is to continue to maintain the things that I am doing. And finally, I left out one thing. My wife's a real estate broker. So from time to time, she needs help. So it's always to help her. Fortunately, I'm retired military. So I have a base income, no debt. I don't live high in the hog. And I probably spend the extra money I have on a little bit of technology. Well, it's a beautiful night. Again, this camera does not do that view justice. It's actually getting late, so you can't see all the colors. But anyway, it's a gorgeous place. Dogs are happy. There's the dogs. And there's a little creek that goes through the middle of this field that they irrigate with. Truckee River is down. You can see the tree line. The Truckee River is down there. And that'll be it for tonight. And I'll just put bits and pieces of this on for my final product. And we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, let me talk about mastery a little bit. Green talks about mastery. And it's an intense book. I read it all. I bought the book. I listened to tapes. And it's something that you can't just get in a month or in one reading or two readings. But I think it's something you have to really go deeply into. I never heard of Green prior to this book, but I've read a lot of Malcolm Gladwell's books. I studied Steve Jobs quite a bit when I was getting out of the military. He had passed away on my last tour. I was home on mid-tour when he passed in 2011. And I left Afghanistan in 2012 on December 7th. And I tried some different things, did a lot of content, but now it really helped get back into school. My kids are all adults now. Young adults are 20, 23, and 25. And my son is older. He's in his 30s. So anyway, I think that's it for tonight.
If you could, please come right here and go to Ask Bill Conrad and subscribe right here. It should be right about there. Appreciate you tuning in today. If you have any more questions, please leave them down below on YouTube. And hope this helped. Take care. Till next time, be safe. Check into AskBillConrad.com.